Hi everyone. Latest ABHYAAS session recently conducted. Okay. Now, basic idea is we will learn current affairs from the organic newspapers and everything. Right. This is an organic source newspaper. No matter what, don't leave your newspaper for your prelims and mains both. Okay. Now, suppose this is an article and it talks about the India Philippines form of bilateral ties. So basically, India and Philippines are the topics here. So, what all questions can be framed for India and Philippines that are important for your exam and can be asked from the exam? One is Philippines का map, that is Philippines only involved. पर जहाँ पे India and Philippines both are involved, the very first question is which exactly grouping, okay, where India and Philippines both are the members. कौन सा ऐसा regional grouping है, right, where both are the members. The very first question in the Abhyas session was the first India and Philippines are both the members of which regional grouping. The answer was East Asia Summit. Okay. Now the other grouping here is the ASEAN Regional Forum also. Now don't think ASF, ASEAN Regional Forum is not important. This is also important because recently in July 25, this 32nd forum was conducted. Okay. So ASEAN Forum for Regional Forum, ASF, is also important, and East Asia Summit is also important. Now I also gave you about the East Asia Summit. आप यहाँ से पढ़ेंगे. It was established in 2005. So this is the answer. Second question I asked is the trade deficit with India and this trade between India and Philippines, whether it is surplus from India side or it's deficit for India. डेफिसिट इंडिया के साथ या सरप्लस इंडिया के साथ. तो आपको डेफिसिट और सरप्लस में लर्न करना है. एग्जैक्टली यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट, और मे बी इन द कोर्स ऑफ योर रीडिंग यू माइट हैव गॉन थ्रू इट, राइट. ये ट्रेड डेफिसिट है या ज़्यादा. नाउ द आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन अगेन फ्रॉम द ओरिजिनल सोर्स, इफ यू सी, export and import from the Philippines. Always export is more and import is less. So yes, we have surplus with the Philippines. The next question and very important question which I asked was, among ASEAN nation, India's second largest trade partner is Philippines after Singapore. So I gave you the first one, that is Singapore. Now after Singapore, I am asking you, the Philippines is the second largest trading partner of India among ASEAN. Okay, so whether this statement is correct or incorrect, if you see here, it is incorrect because Philippines is far away. You have the Singapore, then you have the Indonesia, then Malaysia, right? So ab dekho, exactly what we are doing is we are not giving you 4 options. We are directly asking you true and false, yes or no, fill in the blank. It is not creating any pattern in your mind, and it is just asking you the factual information, which is very, very 60% of your paper, more than 60% of paper is based on your factual information. Learn कर रहे as per the news. Now see another article. अच्छा, ऐसे क्वेश्चन देखो एग्जाम में आए. In 2020, if you see, in the last 5 years, Nepal has been the largest trading partner of India. आए हैं, देखो आप. You see here, the first statement, you see the value of Indo-Sri Lanka trade has consistently increased in last decade. So they are asking about the India and South Asia trade. है ना? Then next time they can ask you about the India and the ASEAN, India and the Mercosur countries, Brazil वाला, ठीक है? So they can ask you anything, right? अब Mercosur में क्या है? Brazil is the largest. South Asia में क्या है? बांग्लादेश इधर. तो these things you should be knowing, है ना? और in the course of reading only you will know. अभी चलो ये तो एक फ्लैशबैक है. इंडिया चाइना और फिलीपींस का कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चल रहा है. सो दिट्स ऑल अबाउट द न्यूज़ रिगार्डिंग फिलीपींस. ठीक है. नाउ सेकेंड क्वेश्चन, एंड आई ऑल्सो कवर इन अ शॉर्ट वीडियो दिस सैटेलाइट, हाउ द सैटेलाइट इंटरनेट वर्क्स. So I have asked in the previous ABHYAAS session about the GTO and LEO. Abhi I want to be very specific about the GPS, global positioning shift system. Okay, global positioning system. Now if you see the three statement, what exactly it consists of? GPS, general awareness question है, understand this is what UPSC wants from you. तो आपसे जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल के अंदर चीजें मिल रही है, आई एम ट्राइंग टू पिक देम अप एंड मेकिंग यू लर्न इन द फॉर्म ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. क्योंकि पढ़ाते पढ़ाते लाइक इट्स इनफ रीडिंग, टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग. नाउ इट्स फॉर प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन यू हैव टू बी टोटली डिवोटेड टू practice part. Okay, now if you see the very first statement, it says the GPS में a constellation of 6 satellite is there. True or false? A satellite is used in the GPS are located in GTO, geostationary orbit. True or false? And that they orbit Earth every 12 hours. True or false? ठीक है. अब I know the answer, but always I take the original document. NASA की वेबसाइट्स पे GPS निकाला and you see all three statements here. The first says it's the constellation of 24 satellites. So first statement is incorrect, right? Incorrect. Second statement says GTO में. No, it's in the medium Earth orbit. MEO. It's not in the GTO. आप देखो यहाँ पे, here यहाँ पे है, ठीक है, GPS altitude. It's not here. So you remember here it's in the medium Earth orbit and it's very important. Okay. Now if you see here it's circling the Earth every 12 hours. So third is only correct and rest are incorrect. समझ रहे हो आप? अब यहाँ से who have all learned the GPS for the very first time, try to comment. Okay, because this is a basic question, right? तो आपका ये अभी see your next article. You see here next article was about the agriculture trade. India's rising farm export. The very first question, if I ask you without showing you the answer, just tell me India's agriculture export is more or India's agriculture import is more? Surplus है India or India is deficit in terms of agriculture? Very good question. Very good question. Okay. In the examination, they have asked about the basmati rice ka export, and so many things. The crops, any kind of seeds and oil, they are important part of the exam. Agriculture is totally a important part. ठीक है. अभी आप देखो, आपको समझ में आएगा. You see the image here. Export, import. Always export is more, import is less. Export is more. अभी it's not any year where import is more. Okay. So yes. Maybe globally India is trade deficit, but in terms of agriculture, it's actually surplus. Okay. Now the next question I asked from this article, arrange the top 5 products in the order of their exports. Okay. Which product, agriculture product, we export more? Okay. Now I gave you 4 options here, 5 options. See here. The very first is marine product, है ना. Second option is basmati rice. The third option we have the spices. The fourth is buffalo meat and the fifth is fruits and vegetable. तो आपको ये idea होना चाहिए. Okay, so whenever we talk about any product, it doesn't mean that like it should be have some priority. So whenever we talk about the US tariff, we will focus more on the marine products because it's the largest export. तो इस पे ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट आएगा. सी द ग्रोथ एक्सपोर्ट्स फॉर $1 million में देखो आप कितना ज़्यादा है. ओके, सो मरीन प्रोडक्ट्स एंड बासमती राइस अगर इसको रिप्लेस करता है तो इंडिया विल बी इन द लॉस. अगर इन पे बात करेंगे तो लेस लॉस है. तो ये अवेयरनेस होनी चाहिए कि इंपोर्ट अगर हुआ, टैरिफ लगा है, तो बेसिकली व्हाट क्रॉप इज गेटिंग अफेक्टेड अ लॉट. समझ में आया? सो इट्स ऑल डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली इज द प्रीलिम्स क्वेश्चन. आप देख लो, वी आर एक्सपोर्टिंग मोर व्हाट दिस एंड दैट, राइट. अब आप नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल देखिए. इट्स ब्यूटिफुली डिजाइंड कोर्स. Everyone who is struggling with the prelims, learn this way of. This is a unique and very different method of learning prelims examination, and we are covering every single week. Now this rule 267, अब देखो यहाँ पे. Okay, now it's again a very every like day this rule, because of this rule there is a chaos in the parliament. Okay, now if you see here, rule 267 is a provision in the rules of the procedure, the Raj Sabha only. True or false? Okay, it allows the members to suspend any rule of the discussion and urgent matter. For urgent matter of public importance, this rule is used. Okay, now using 267, MPs can bring in completely new. So if you see here, this rule 267 is only for the Rajya Sabha, not for the. So what is the provision used in the Lok Sabha instead of this 267? Adjournment motion. Adjournment motion, ये यूज करते हैं हम लोकसभा में. इन द लोकसभा वी डोंट हैव दिस रूल 267. मेक श्योर यू नो दिस. Okay, make sure you know this. Now again, answer to these questions I have given the explanation, you can read. Again we have a few images and beautifully designed questions. You see here again we have the question on the Russia. अब ये देखो आप कितना important है ये. India's import from Russia has increased 10 times. So whether it's the same for the India's okay, respect में, export from Russia has increased 10 times. Have the export from India has increased 10 times or 5 times? Answer is no. You see here, import कितना हो रहा है? 10 times increase होता है, more than 10 times. But export to Russia, if you see, it's almost stagnant. 2, 3, 4, 5. So ये फैक्चुअल इन्फॉर्मेशन भी आपको पता होना चाहिए कि एक्सपोर्ट भी हम डबल कर रहे हैं, ट्रिपल कर रहे हैं. नो, ओनली इम्पोर्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस क्रूड ऑयल, राइट. अदरवाइज देखो सर्विस सेक्टर में भी इंडिया रशिया, आई आस्क यू दिस हियर, इट्स स्टेगनेंट फॉर द लास्ट 5 years. स्टेगनेंट. तो ये सारे स्टेटमेंट्स क्या है? प्रीलिम्स के हैं. सो और सोर्स क्या है? न्यूज़पेपर. दिस इज द बेस्ट यू कैन डू फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स 26 एग्जामिनेशन. ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स एज सुन एज पॉसिबल एनरोल एंड स्टार्ट. ओके, अगर आप स्ट्रगल कर रहे हो प्रीलिम्स के लिए, देयर इज नो सेकंड चॉइस टू इट. सिर्फ टेस्ट सीरीज, ओनली टेस्ट सीरीज इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प टू क्वालिफाई. ओके, इंटरेक्ट करो. एवरी वीक वी हैव दिस सेशन. यू इंटरेक्ट, यू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन, यू ट्राई टू, आई विल ट्राई टू क्रिएट प्रेशर. आप क्वेश्चन करोगे, एक पैटर्न बताया जाता है, एक फॉर्मेट फॉर द नेक्स्ट शेड्यूल, एवरीथिंग, राइट. So it's a beautiful way of learning prelims examination. Make sure if you are interested, enroll and start. Thank you so much.